The answer is already started, Paul. It's already started. Sis, how you been?
I am perfect. I am perfect. How are you?
I'm doing good. Lots of changes going on, but good changes. Very good changes, good shifts,
They're all
good
good.
removal of things, good addition of things. So I'm happy go lucky with the process as per usual.
Good stuff. That's good to hear. Love it.
Yes, ma'am. So we have a special guest in the house today, y'all,
Whoop, whoop.
by the name of Tara Gilead. Is it Gilead? Gilead-Johnson?
Gilead, yeah.
Gilead.
I think
Gilead.
it's not that hard. It's not elemental P.
How you know?
I don't. But
so yeah, we hope you're having an absolutely amazing day and week and month because it's a new month. It is totally a new month. There's been some birthdays. We had a holiday that some people acknowledge.
holidays, Juneteenth and Independence Day, since we last aired.
Yes. Wait, no.
Yeah, the last time we aired was before Juneteenth.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just losing track of days. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me because I can show
But
me
if that's
wrong.
the case, then there's been I'm a whole year older now too. Then, dang. And so there you go. We've had several birthdays, 2 holidays, and now we are back with a new episode and a special guest by the name of Tara G.Johnson. We'll figure out how she pronounced her middle last name in a minute.
And it was the anniversary of High Vibe.
Yeah! High vibe, high vibe. So, speaking of high vibe, while we bring on our special guest, let's go ahead and get into that because I'm excited as heck about that.
I know, right?
Right.
So you want me to do what?
Tell everybody what high vibe is. Not everybody knows what high vibe is.
Hey, you ain't gotta tell me twice. So High Vibe is the place where empowerment and fun meets. It is an event that I started last year, and it was so impactful and so amazing. We got to do it again and again and again and again. I know my service is kind of bad. Y'all can hear me though, right?
We can hear you.
Okay, that's all that matters. Y'all know what I look like. So we are just looking for people who want to be involved in a community that just literally fertilizes authenticity. We fertilize uniqueness. We fertilize you to really dive back into yourself so that you can filter everything through the love you have for you. Because everything is filtered through what's inside of you. So if you're feeling anything towards anybody, it's filtered through you. You wouldn't have that feeling to give had it not already been in you. So that's what High Vibe does. It allows you to go to a place and look at you with other people. So if you want to come to the place where empowerment and fun meets, come to High Vibe. It's gonna
Let's go. All right, y'all. So we got our beautiful Tara Gilead or Gilead.
Gilead, you were perfect the first time. I think Carrie might have messed you up. But you were perfect.
We got Johnson and Johnson in the house, y'all. We got Johnson and Johnson in the house.
Johnson and Johnson, yes.
So, y'all, today we're talking about something that I've actually been experiencing recently, and it's taking your time. Taking your time and moving at your own pace, not the pace other people think you should move.
Yes, indeed.
So let's get into this. After first introducing Miss Tara, she is the founder of Life's Purpose Unlocked, and we're going to get into that as well because y'all know we like to know a little bit about everything, about everybody we play with. And thank you for joining us this fine day, my dear.
Thank you for having me. You guys cracked me up. I was backstage and I'm laughing. This is what life should be like, you know? This is what it looks like.
Right. I agree with that.
So, in addition to being the founder to Life's Purpose Unlocked, she is also a mother, a wife, and a friend. Okay. What's a friend, y'all? What's a friend?
Okay, I'm gonna let you explain that one. What's a friend?
There's a friend, you just talk to on Snapchat, just say hey. Then there's a friends that actually can DM you in the messenger and you don't feel kind of way. But then it's a level of friend when you got my real phone number.
All right, I understand now.
She said, "Oh, we friends now. We." It was so funny. It just stuck because it's true. I talk to you, but I'm not going to give you my phone number. She your friend. She in the contact list.
Yeah.
All right,
and not only in the contact list as a dormant contact, but an active contact, right?
Active.
You're catching up and you know what's going on and you reach out. You good? You all right? How's everything?
Yeah.
I can dig it. See, I choose not to use the word friend loosely. So friend definitely makes sense to me.
Right.
So in regards to the topic, y'all know when we have our guests on the show, they get to choose the topic. So I want to know why this topic came up, why it's important, and why you want to talk about it today, Miss Tara.
Well, I've been on pause of sorts for 7-8 months now. And I want to really express that it's okay to take that pause, put a break on all of the things, whatever those things may be. It is totally okay to do you, right? For whatever the reasons may be. For me, it's healing my heart from grief. And I just gave myself permission to not do anything business related, not do anything that other people wanted me to do, not doing anybody's timeline, and just pause, take time to heal, to feel the emotions and do me. And it's okay. Here I am talking to you even while I'm in pause. Like opportunities are going to find you anyway. While you're on pause. You're not going to miss anything. Forget about the FOMO. Just heal, heal. Take your time with it.
I love that. I love that.
I do too. And you said you have to create that space.
You do.
For allowance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we're trying to seek allowance when we really just need to be still and clear out some space to just let that healing take place. That is like the breeding ground of healing. It's right in the sweet spot between creation and allowance. I love it.
And what I realized, I am in control of me. Like I don't need anybody's permission. I really don't. And more so than needing the permission, I don't have to keep up with Carrie or keep up with Melissa or whomever, right? Hypothetically, I don't have to run the race. This is my life, my journey, my path. I'm in control. And if I could put my son on pause and say, "Hey, little boy, go sit down somewhere," I could do it with anything else. Oh, it's totally your life, your control. You control it. So use that power. Use that power. And it's so freeing.
Right. You know what I want to know? What flipped that switch for you? What made you say, you know what? To all that.
So last year was cool. 2021 was cool until my husband's mom, my mother-in-law, started to decline in health around March. So life got a little sticky there emotionally, dealing with being her caretaker. My husband was her primary caretaker. And I became his primary support through that journey. So March was hard. But I, at the time, and I still do, I've always had a good support system. I've always had friends who love me and people I could always reach out to and depend on. So my support system was still in place. So it was easier to navigate through that journey of caring for an elderly parent, and supporting a spouse who is caring for that person. Because there's so much that goes into that who knows, right? Like who knew about? And it wasn't until walking through that and seeing my husband neglect himself, because he wanted to be 100,000% present for his mom.
Right.
So he wouldn't eat, he wouldn't sleep, he just wouldn't take care of himself as he should. And I needed to step in and be that support. And then I had my support system who would check in on me and make sure that I was balanced.
Right.
So that happened all through till around October. She passed. May she rest in peace. And that was hard, right? But again, there was support. And then my whole world crashed when my best friend, Ryan Fortune, died tragically. Both him and his brother, they drowned November 9th. And I can't tell you the level of pain, disruption, hurt, confusion, anger, sadness that just erupted in my life. And he was a big part of my support that carried me and my husband through March all the way up until my mother-in-law passed, right? Him and his wife, they were at the funeral. Like, my support was solid. And then he died unexpectedly, tragically. And that was a blow. That knocked the wind out of me.
Mm-hmm.
But in going through grief, right, those initial days into maybe the first month, I was still operating on the false narrative.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Oh, you still have to come and go to work. You still have to be a mommy. You still have to, Bentley's still dealing with losing his mom. Now there's losing Ryan on top of that, so Bentley's grieving, and then my friend's wife, she's grieving, and you have to hold them up. And, so here I am literally carrying the weight of everything around me and still trying to function.
Right.
And I felt that was, even though, right, I'll be totally honest, in my spirit, I knew that's not what was required or what I could physically do. But it was hard as hell to admit that. It was hard as hell to admit, oh my God, I cannot physically do all this. Right. Because we were taught, growing up, that if you can't be the perfect whatever, or you don't fit into whatever the mold is, you're a failure. You're inadequate. You're not good enough. You're dumb. You're clueless. Whatever those negative adjectives are that we don't want to ever be, right. Especially that perfect one, it's hard to accept that. So I finally crashed and burned somewhere after the holidays. And I had to force myself to flip the switch, right? I can't do it anymore. I'm not going to do business. I was working with Carrie. And I said, no, I can't do this. Every group that I was participating in to try to develop Life's Purpose Unlocked, I said, nope, not doing this. Cut out social media, got off Facebook. And I wasn't even as active on social, but Instagram, like, no, I'm not doing any of that because my heart is hurting. And those spaces are expecting me to show up whole. Well, I can't do that. I can't create content from a broken heart. Even though the outcome may look or feel good to the outside world, as the creator of it, I'm not being genuine. And how can I teach and expect clients, people that I'm connecting to be authentic and really nurture themselves if I'm not doing it on my own, for my own self? So I couldn't do that anymore. And I don't want to ever be that again. Right. So here I am going through this liberation and freedom, and I'm loving it.
As Carrie like to say, I say.
That's right.
I love it. I love it. Content from a broken heart. I don't know why I wrote that down, but that is powerful. That's that filter, and that is why it is so important to go back in, because if you're filtering everything through a broken heart, you're bleeding on people that never cut you. That saying, is so true, and it's very vivid, because it's like, it's not that you don't want to do that. It's more so that you don't want to be that.
Right.
You have to give yourself time to kind of say, I need this. I need this. I need to lick my brain. I need to cater to myself. I need to heal, so that when I do show up in those rooms, I can be ready, adequate. You have to, your adequacy or inadequacy is up to you and how you treat yourself.
Yeah,
that part. And I do have a question for you. Do you think that whole narrative of strong Black women came into play during that whole process?
Oh, absolutely. That was the main driver, right? Not wanting to fall short of that expectation to be the superhero, superpower Black woman. And unfortunately, in that definition, right, of what a Black woman should be, that definition failed to include compassion for oneself.
Yeah.
It failed to address self-love and self-care. It's almost like we have to show up and be whatever, regardless of our pain. And I don't want to support that anymore. I can't. My heart I can't do that anymore. So I think it's something that we should address as women, Black women. We should address how we are showing up, so that those looking at us, my niece who is 10, and all the little young girls, and even my son, right? Because he's going to have an expectation of what women should be based on what he sees his mother do. And I'm an emotional intelligence coach, right? First and foremost, that's my core. I want to feel whatever, and I want to feel it, own it, deal with it, grow from it. Whatever that emotion is, grief is not fun, but I'm owning my grief, and I'm owning everything that comes with it, right? I'm fine in this moment. And if I have a meltdown 10 minutes from now because I think of Ryan and I want to have a meltdown, it's okay. I just step away from whatever I'm doing and I deal with it, because I'm allowed. God created me with these emotions. We have to be real with our emotions. Why bother them up? Why ignore that? It's not self-serving, and it doesn't serve those around us either. We tend to lie. Let's be real. We lie and deceive others by not accepting our emotions.
Yeah. Right. And the main person we're deceiving is ourselves.
That's right.
As if we don't know. Isn't that the worst type of lie, is when someone lies and you know they're lying, and they know they're lying.
Exactly.
That is how the subconscious feel, because they're like, well, we know she's lying, but we're gonna go with it because what choice do we have? So now you have a whole literally psychological battle within yourself.
That's when you need the disconnector right over there to break up that.
You better get that plug. You better get it.
Right? Because that's a total toxic relationship. There's a toxic relationship with yourself.
There you go.
Yeah, it's funny because listening to you, what you were saying, it helped me kind of more clarify what I do as a disconnector. I don't help you like just disconnect and say, F all that, I'm out. I help you fortify yourself to be able to withstand the negativity and toxicity that some people bring your way in order to be able to cut loose and see the bigger picture. Most people, I could take it. You probably can take it, but you're also teaching your children that they can take it too.
They can take it too. Yeah.
You're teaching those looking at you.
Yeah, and just because you can doesn't mean you should.
You should, right?
Ding ding.
That part.
Right? Seriously, that part.
That part.
All of us is like, Leah, I can
But it's crazy to have this conversation because it's like we're all smack dab in the middle of this right now. Just being okay with not trying to please everybody, being okay, making sure we're okay first. And it's an important step that everyone should take. And I would like to point out too, this Sister Queen took a step back and said, you know what? I'm letting it all go for now.
Mm-hmm.
Did she die?
Right?
Yeah. But
She's alive and well and thriving and piecing the things together to figure out what she wants to do, what she doesn't want to do, what she's willing to accept, what she's not willing to accept. And she's taking the time to figure out what those things are. And that is amazing.
That is absolutely amazing. I'm very proud. Yeah.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the importance of slowing down and doing you, right? There's a certain level of self-acceptance that I am experiencing going through this. So it started with grief and sadness, and I'm still grieving and I'm still sad, but there's a certain level of acceptance. I'm feeling solid and secure in who I am, because now I can coach and teach and inspire from a space of I've really been there.
Yeah.
I can attest to letting go. Nothing's gonna happen. You're not gonna die.
Right.
And you really are going to grow. I feel, I feel a sense of peace within. And I'm better able to deal with those tantrums and meltdowns, right, that I have than a few months ago. And it's really not because time has passed, but because I've dealt with my emotions.
Right, when they come. Yeah.
When they come, I've acknowledged them, I've named them, I've sat with them. So when I feel them come, I'm oh, I know you. I'm familiar with sadness.
Yeah.
Let's deal with this. What is the root of this sadness in this moment? The overarching sadness, we know. But what is it? Right. And when you strip away at the sadness, it becomes less of a painful experience. So I embrace them as they come now. Whatever that emotion, anger, because I do get upset. 4th of July would have been a weekend, Ryan and I and Key and Bentley and Susan, all of us would have been whatever it was. And I was angry. I was very upset. But again, stripping away at the anger was, I'm sad. I'm really sad. I'm angry. But at the core of it, I'm sad.
Right.
And peeling away at that, I can find memories and goodness within it that shifted the mood. Hence, we have to start to deal with our emotions, because if we don't, then we act out. Because with that anger, I could have gone out the door and done something totally catastrophic.
Right. And
I was gonna say that.
Crazy.
Yeah, because we talk about, a lot of people don't identify with crying or meltdowns, but I'm like, do you have moments where you lash out and you're like, oh, and then it's just hard to even pull yourself back, and then you get further in for no reason, or you're driving and everybody's too slow, too fast, cutting you off, whatever. It's like you're spewing out the emotions that you refuse to deal with.
Absolutely. We see it, right? We see it now in our everyday life, right? Mass shooting here, mass shooting there, all of these, people harming themselves. And that's emotional stuff that just wasn't dealt with.
Yeah.
It's
crazy that you bring that up.
Negative emotions that just were left to do whatever it's going to do in your body, in your mental space. And then you spew out the negativity, the toxic actions come right after that. Destructive actions come right after that.
Yes, it does.
So as a coach, because that's what the show is about, the helping coaches become better coaches, helping people find the coaches that they need in the different areas of their life. So as a coach, somebody experiencing that level of grief or that level of overwhelm associated with being too many things to too many people, what's that first step you suggest anyone in that situation take?
The first step is to really be honest with yourself. Identify what you're feeling. Start with the emotion that you're feeling, the most present emotion. Acknowledge that. And really focusing on what's important for you right now, right? If it's not seeing clients, don't do it. If it's, kind of shifting some responsibilities at home, do that. If it's not working, do that. Whatever you need to do, figure that thing out. Now, sometimes it's not as easy, right? Because if you have to go to work, you have to go to work. If you have to see clients, you have to see clients. But the next question is to ask yourself, what am I sacrificing? And is it worthwhile making that sacrifice? So it's all an internal, honest conversation. Figure it out internally first. Then the other things, the shifting around of schedules or canceling whatever needs to cancel happens after that. But you have to be honest with yourself. I had to get really clear. I can't do carry, this business, this situation, I want to do it, but I can't right now. So carry, I'm sorry. No, we can't. Clients, like, I'm sorry. Like, we need to refund and do all of this other stuff because I can't. I cannot. Scheduling for my son, we're going to have to cut back. I don't care what we paid for. We're just going to have to take the loss because my health, my sanity is worth more. So, but I could have only made those decisions after I was true with me and accepting that I don't need to be that strong Black woman. Be strong a different way.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Still strong, but a different way. Yeah, emotional agility.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I love that phrase.
I love that. Yes. Yeah. That's exactly.
Yeah. I love that we're having this conversation today because interestingly enough, I find these things going on in my life in a different way right now. And at first, I was afraid to start detaching from the things that I've been known to do on a regular basis for so long. But I also became excited about the fact that, like, in doing these changes, I actually get to see who's for me and who keeps me close enough just to be able to use my skills and talents.
Right.
I've been able to see who my real network, friends, extended family, and folks are. And so I'm extremely grateful for that. And it's also helped me to fortify myself, again, that word, against those that I thought were in my corner, but turned out they weren't and aren't. Right. So I love that we're having this conversation today. I want to especially thank you for being so transparent and open with us today and sharing these things that are going on in your life and how you're working through them. Because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to take time to be able to actively articulate these things, because a lot of us get so stuck in our minds and emotions, we don't even know. That's all that comes out.
That was such a good description of it too.
Yeah. And that's really it, right? You feel
you can feel it.
Point where I would start to feel kind of like inadequate, because people would ask, when are you coming back on IG? Or what are you going to do this? Or when are you going to do that? And what's going on? And I would feel, oh my God, I'm disappointing this person. I'm disappointing that person. Let me try and show up. And then I would show up, but not be present, which is worse.
But right? Who said, are you okay? Is there anything I can help with?
Yes.
So no, now I don't even care. Are you coming? Are you going to get back on IG? A friend of mine asked me that recently. No, not for me. No. And funny enough, I knew social media and IG and all of that was not for me. I knew it, right?
Yeah.
Because until I became a coach,
This
I
is for me.
never on social, right? And I had to define what was for me, which
Yeah, that's so important.
no, it's not for me. And all of putting yourself first, right? Going through that process of pausing everything and living for you in an authentic, genuine space helps you to create solid boundaries around your own
I love
life.
that word.
Create
Boundaries.
some boundaries around yourself. Protect your peace, protect yourself, protect your emotions. Don't feel you have to keep going through the pain. You don't have to. We hear push through the pain.
Yeah.
I ain't pushing through no pain. I'm sorry. We gonna deal with the pain.
We done did that enough. It's causing a lot of mental health issues. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, it's time for something new. It's the dawn of a new day. Let's do something different. I'm not pushing through the pain. I'm gonna deal with the pain. And the pain is taking me 7, 8 months. Damn it, if we're gonna go a full year, let's do it.
Right.
I want to be whole.
Yeah.
I
That's
want
We're
to
for it. You do what you need to do, sis.
taking your time.
be taking my time. Yes.
I love it. I
Time.
absolutely love it.
Woo woo. So, guys, if you're tuning in a little bit late or you catching this via replay rather than when it's dropping originally, we have our wonderful guest, Tara Gilead-Johnson, in the house, sharing her own experiences from her personal life and life as a life coach with us. And I'm like extremely grateful for your presence and your conversation with us today, because like there are those days that we just feel like am I in this alone? Am I the only one experiencing this? And you just basically went in my mind and said, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, you're not, but not many people will admit that, right? Because it goes against what we're supposed to be, We're supposed to be strong, and we're supposed to live life no matter what and push through the pain. We don't.
He said, I'm not pushing through nothing.
How about
I'm
no?
not. Nope. How about no? That's a no.
No, it's a complete sentence.
Yes.
Learn it, mean it, own it.
Yes. Live by it for sure.
Yes. So, y'all, before we jump on off of here, I want to remind everybody about Carrie's group called ATBA Impact Group. Those of us out here that need a support system to help us through these transitions while Coach Tara gets everything together and decides when she's going to step back into full-time coaching and stuff, you go ahead and join ATBA Impact Group. And in the meantime, I'm sure she'll be kicking around in there from time to time. So when she is back on the market as a full-time coach, y'all can reach out to her and connect with her. But in the meantime, connect with the tribe. Find people that are like-minded, going through the same type of situations, need somebody to lean on, people to talk to. We're out here. We are at the ATBA Impact Group on Facebook.
I feel like ATBA is like Lenny Penny. Y'all remember Lenny Penny from Good Times?
No.
He said, my name is Lenny Penny. And if I ain't got it, then ain't it.
Now I'm gonna have to go to YouTube for that. I had to look that up, Carrie.
You should taught me something.
That's ATBA. So if you need a resource for empowerment,
yes,
that's where you go, because we got them. We got them staked high.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Let me see if I can drop this on the page so y'all know exactly where to go. I've been maneuvering a bunch of stuff around over here, but y'all already know what it is. If you can't find us on Facebook at ATBA Impact Group, just email us at bethedisconnect@gmail.com. And we'll go ahead and scroll that across the bottom of the screen, and we'll get you where you need to go. We'll connect you with who you need to be connected with, whether it's a life coach, just somebody to talk to from time to time, tuning into this show every other week. So, guys, we told you before the last time we came on, our new schedule is going to be every other Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the time being. And we're going to be doing pre-recorded. But when we're available, we'll be jumping on watching the episode with y'all like it's new to us too.
Yeah.
Oh man. So again, high vibe season is here.
It's
So
high vibe season. October 13 through 16. October 13 through 16. Memphis, Tennessee. It's going down. No, actually it's going up. High vibe.
All right, y'all. So get over there, get registered, and we'll be seeing y'all in Memphis. I'm unfortunately
She coming. Bye, y'all. Have a good day.